Hello, everyone. For those of you that do not know me, my name is CM Breeze. For those of you that do know me, I typically just do sports content or video game content, so you probably won't click on this video or don't give a crap about it, which is completely okay to me because this might be the most excited I have ever been to make a video. I do not care if this video gets 0 views. I know it's at least going to get 5 from my mom, my girlfriend, and my alternate accounts. Maybe my grandma. I'm at least getting 4 views on this video. So I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be ranking all 6 of NF's albums. For some reason, I really want to do this. I want to do this. I'm going to be making a video that I want to do. That's not to say I don't do that. Every single video I make are videos I want to do. But this is a video that I just want to do for fun. I'm excited. If you can't see, I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm going to be making this video. NF is by far my favorite artist. Absolutely love him. There's a lot of people out there that have no clue who he is, but the people that do know who he is absolutely love him. He has a very niche market, and I happen to be one of those people that is in that very niche market. Now, for those hardcore NF fans, you might have heard me say 6 albums. If you want to get real technical, he has 9 projects. He has 2 EPs, 6 albums, and 1 mixtape, but I'm only going to be including everything from Mansion to his most recent album, Hope. So that is going to be Mansion, Therapy Session, Perception, The Search, Hope, all albums, and then his mixtape, Clouds. Now, NF, before Mansion, released 3 projects, 2 EPs, and his Moments album. Gonna be honest with you, for starters, his first EP and his Moments album, not good. They aren't even on Spotify. You literally have to go dig through YouTube to find some of those songs. It's not good at all. I'm sorry, man. It's not good as much as I love him. You'll see here in a second how much I love him. His first EP and his Moments album just aren't good. They literally sound like he recorded them in his garage or something. They aren't produced properly, aren't sounded correctly. It's just not good. Then his second EP, which he just titled NF, actually has a couple of good songs on them. The most popular song that I actually have heard that is on Spotify is this Things Called Love. It's a decent song, but it's just nowhere near Mansion at all. Like, absolutely nowhere near Mansion. So if you really are a hardcore fan, I would consider myself a hardcore fan, and you're wondering where those first 3 projects are that he did, they're dead last. All of them are dead last. You can literally rank them 7, 8, 9. I guess his first EP and his Moments album are dead last, and then his NF EP would be 7th. It's not much better. Now we're going to be finally starting to get into the good stuff at number 6. Also, quick side note, yes, I got the Hope hoodie on. I'm wearing the hood. I am what you would call glazing right now in the industry. I am 100% glazing this guy, but what can you say? I really like him. I love his music, and I really want to make this video. Sue me. At number 6, I got Therapy Session, his second album. Quick things I like to note. As you can see, as I highlighted in green his songs that are bangers, songs that I have on my playlist that I am constantly playing. The songs in red are songs that I do not listen to. I do not think they are good songs. As much as I'm about to be glazing this guy, he does have some trash songs. And the songs that are unhighlighted are songs that I think are okay, like if they happen to come up on the radio, or if they happen to come up when I'm listening in the car or whatever. I won't skip them, but I also won't be adding them to my playlist. If someone puts it on in the car, great, I'll listen to it. It's a good song. It's a decent song. I don't hate it. Some of his songs that I don't have highlighted are better than others, but that's my grading scale. Green, top tier, upper echelons in my playlist. Nothing there it's good enough to listen to, but I'm not adding it to the playlist. And red is, this is trash. I would skip it in the car if it ever came on. Therapy Session for me is dead last, his second album. And this is primarily because it has the most red songs on it, combined with the most non-highlighted songs as well. It only has 5 songs here in the green that I actually have on my playlist, with 14 total songs. That means there's 9 songs that I'm just skipping, or I don't even have added to my playlist at all. Therapy Session is an absolute banger. By far, I would say the second best song on the album. Obviously, How Could You Leave Us at number 4 is his saddest song, the most emotional song that NF has said that he's ever had to date about his mother. That song, I don't care who you are, if you listen to it, it will make you sad. Like, there's no way you can listen to the song afterwards and not have any change in your emotions at all. It is truly heartbreaking. But Intro 2, arguably my favorite introduction. I think it's even definitely better than Intro 1, maybe better than Intro 3. I just love how angry he sounds in the song. Such a great song. Therapy Session, Real, Lost in the Moment, all great songs that I have on my playlist. Therapy Session, one of his more popular songs that I will never not turn down. It's such a great song. If anyone doesn't know who NF is, Therapy Session is like one of the very first songs I tell you to go listen, because he's acting like it's a therapy session. He's telling people who he is, what he does, why he does it, and he doesn't need people to agree or disagree with him. Just, it's a song about him. People get to learn who he is through that song, and that's a song that I'll definitely go check out if you're new to NF. Coming in at number 5, I have Mansion, his first album. Unfortunately, I'm covering Nate up with my camera. Sorry, Nathan. But again, I love all of his albums. I don't think NF has a bad... Well, the first 3 projects he has, his Moments album, not good. But literally 6 to 1 are all great albums. Just the cream of the crop is better than some of his beginning albums, like Mansion here. This gets a little bit more of a nod than Therapy Session because it only has 3 bad songs on it that I skip. Therapy Session, while it has some high highs, has some really low lows, the most low lows out of any of his albums. With Mansion here, he only has 3 songs back to back to back that are like, good God, what are you doing here, man? But the beginning of his track, songs 1 through 6 with Intro, Mansion, All I Have, Wait, Wake Up, and Face It are all absolute straight heat. Now, Wait is more of an underrated song. I saw here that it's one of his least viewed songs on his album. I personally love Wait. I think Wait is a great song. I love when NF sings. He has such a great singing voice. Especially, you'll see it more in his later albums when he stops using less auto-tune and he actually gets more secure about his voice. In these earlier albums, especially on Face Up and, like I said, Wait, uses auto-tune for some reason when he sings, a lot more prevalent. I don't know if he thinks it's because it sounds cool. I don't know if he's insecure about his voice or what it is. But when he turns it off, it becomes much better. Paralyzed, another one of those just really difficult songs to listen to. It makes you sad. When he raps in the middle of it, it goes hard. So, like, you're sad in the beginning, and then he literally just flips a switch, and he starts going insane with his rapping. You're like, holy shit, how am I supposed to feel now? I'm sad, but I'm also hyped up, I guess you want to say. I was going to say turnt, but I'm like, God, don't say that. That's the most cringe thing ever. You would lose even the 4 people watching. My mom would turn off the video the second I say turnt. Sorry, Mom. But great album. I love Mansion. Mansion, one of his best songs of all time. Very relatable song. Great album. Coming in at number 4 is I have Clouds, the mixtape. Clouds, the mixtape has some incredible bangers, some incredible highs, but again, it's a mixtape. It's not a true album, so it only has 10 songs on it. So it's already at a disadvantage because it has 3 to 7 to even 8 less songs than some of his other projects. Clouds, to this day, is a top 3 hype-up song for me. I absolutely love Clouds. Just the ending part of it, after he sings his Hollywood part, and then he just goes to the middle of the street in the music video, and all the cars are chasing him. Clouds is such a good video. I recently went and saw him in person for the Hope Tour, and he ended on Clouds. Such a good ending. He literally ended on Clouds. There's a bunch of smoke everywhere, and then he just dipped. Phenomenal ending. I loved Clouds so much. That's a Joke, and Just Like You are some great songs as well, some great follow-up songs. Lost with Hopsin, arguably a top 5 song of all time. Lyrically, I think it's arguably his best song lyrically. I love just his lyrics on that song. So just masterful with the pen and paper and some of the lyrics that he has there. And Paid My Dues was originally a solo, but then he added it to Clouds the mixtape. I love Paid My Dues as well. He really shows his personality in that one. You know, a little bit of humor in that song as well, and I absolutely love it. And then Drifting, one of his best sad songs of all time. I love Drifting. Drifting, arguably one of my most relatable songs to him, if not the most relatable song that he has. He just talks about, you know, his mindset when he's drifting, when he gets lost in his own thought. And I think it's a very relatable song. And he talks about how he has so many good things in his life, but when he's drifting, he sometimes just forgets all of that and just for the sake of being negative. Interesting stuff. Now, I'd like to say I feel really good about this list, except for my second and third spot. Spot 6, 5, 4, and 1, I feel incredibly good about. I am very happy with where I put it. There's no doubt in my mind that where I put those albums or this mixtape here, that's exactly where they belong, except 2 and 3. 2 and 3 was the only difficult decision I had. I had no clue what I wanted to do with 2 or 3. I really thought about it for a super long time. You could convince me anyway. If I could do a tie for 2 and do a cop-out, I would, but I'm not going to. So at 3, I have Perception. Like I said, this could truly be 2 for me as well. This could truly be 2 as well. This was so close with the number 2 album that I put. But Perception is just straight heat. It has a couple of red songs on it with My Life and You're Special and 3am. And then a couple of songs that like Dreams and Destiny and If You Want Love. I know If You Want Love is a very popular song. A lot of people probably have it in their green. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's not terrible. I know it's one of his more popular songs, but I'm just not a fan of it. But then with 16 songs, we have 10 songs here that are bangers. 10 songs that are bangers. 10 out of 16 songs are straight heat on this Perception album. And he's hitting us hard with Intro 3, OutKast. OutKast, top 10 song of all time. I absolutely love OutKast with him in the cage. It's such a staple song for him. That cage becomes such a staple of who he is and his identity. And so much of his previous songs, later songs, revolve around this OutKast cage with him having the keys in it. I love the music video for it too. 10 Feet Down, Green Lights, obviously Let You Down, his biggest song ever. So many bangers. And then the back half of the album too with Remember This, No, I Want to Know What It's Like to Be Happy, Lie, 100, and Outro, just straight heat. I love Outro. His line, I don't need to be a rap god, is still one of my favorite lines of all time. Him literally throwing shade at Eminem, being like, hey, I don't need to be as big as you. I don't need to be seen as a god. I'm just doing this because it makes me happy and it's my safe place. Because a lot of times people compare him to Eminem, and I know NF's come out and said that he hates that he gets compared to Eminem, but he gets it because Eminem was a big inspiration for him as a kid. All in all, excellent, excellent album. And I'm going to go right into album 2 here, Hope. I think Hope and Perception are so close to me. Perception being his third album, Hope being his most recent album number 5. Honestly, it could go either way. It could go either way for me. The only reason I chose Hope is because I think some of the higher songs are more high for me. I love Hope, the song itself, arguably my favorite song that he's ever done, because he just has so many throwbacks on it. So if you are an NF fan and you listen to Hope, he has so many just little Easter eggs for you. And it's like, listen to the song for the first time, it's like, holy shit. He does a complete 180 from who he is. Like I said, all these Easter eggs. He found the map to Hope. He said he was looking for that in the search. He said he was taking the reins. He said that he wanted to take the reins in Lost. He's drifting away on his little raft here. Again, Drifting, a song I just said to on the Clouds mixtape. So many Easter eggs in the song for long-term fans that have known him. He said that this was the hardest song in the entire track for him to make. And then he just got straight bangers. Motto, banger. Careful, banger. Happy. Again, and I really, if this video actually does well, if I somehow get like 100 views on this video, maybe like 10 likes or something, a couple of comments saying if I get a couple of people that comment saying they want me to do a top 10 or top 15 NF songs list, I will. But I need to get a couple of comments. Maybe I'll do it for myself. Like I said, I'm making this video for myself. So who knows? Maybe I'll make that for myself as well. We'll see. But if I get a couple of people that comment, say, hey, give me your top 10 NF songs, I'll do that. Because I've said a couple of times now that these are some of my best favorite songs. But Hope, Happy, Mistake would all 3 be on my top 10 songs. I'm almost positive about that. Mistake is my favorite quote-unquote sad song that he has. When I heard Mistake for the first time, it's one of 3 songs that has made me cry. Mistake, How Could You Leave Us, and Paralyzed are his 3 songs that he's made that I've actually like teared up or even just had to cry listening to, which is, I guess, not very masculine, but I'm glazing dude right now wearing his merchandise with the hoodie over his head. Well, what do you want me to say right now, man? Mistake, when I first heard Mistake, I cried. It's an emotional song. And it catches you off guard too with the whole entire album. Besides Mama, every single song so far has been a happy song-ish. I guess happy's not a happy song, but in NF's terms, if you know NF, he's been sad his entire life. He's let fear and anxiety control him. And this whole album, Hope, is about him finally letting hope take over his life. And the Mistake just kind of comes out of nowhere in almost the end of the album, where he's like, you know, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I'm not a mistake, and I hope you don't see me as a mistake. And I've spent all my life trying to prove to other people that I'm not a mistake. But don't think, you just gotta listen to the song, man. I can't explain it better than he can. It's his damn song. And then Running's just arguably his best outro song that he's ever done. Great album. I loved Hope. I can't wait for his next project. We'll see. I know NF recently did an interview where he said he doesn't see himself rapping when he's 40. So he arguably probably only has a few more albums left in him. He's now becoming a family man where he now has 2 kids. He just recently had his second kid, a daughter, so congrats to him. We'll see how many more albums we get out of NF, man. We'll see how touring has been, especially with 2 kids. But at number 1, if you know anything about him, comes to no surprise, The Search is hands down his best album. Hands down, this is his best piece of work. I don't know if he'll ever be able to beat this. I truly don't know if he'll ever be able to beat The Search. It has the most songs out of any of his albums. It has 18 songs, and in the 18 songs, he has 14 bangers. 14 out of 18, with only 1 bad song and 3 songs. 14 bangers. And then you got Return, Let Me Go, Like This, which are all songs, and then Thinking is the only song that I skip on this playlist. Hands down his best album. What can I say? You start off with The Search, his second most popular song of all time. And then you have my personal favorite song. This would be number 1 on my list, spoiler alert, When I Grow Up. Absolutely love the song. My favorite music video he's done too. He's phenomenal with music videos. When I Grow Up is his best music video. Him singing about, when I grow up, I just want to be a famous rapper, make a couple $1 million, and give it to my family. That's it. And then at the end of the music video, you see him finally reach his dream. He's finally a successful rapper, but he's still not happy. And that's what this entire album is about. How his entire life he's worked towards being a rapper. And he told himself, when I make it in life, I'll be happy. I just need to make some money. I just need to be a successful rapper, and I'll be happy. And then he finally makes his dream because his third album blew up, and he's still not happy. And this is what this whole album's about. He's saying, hey, things in life won't make you happy. Being a successful rapper, making money, that doesn't make you happy. You have to find happy internally. And that's what this entire album is about. The search. He's searching for happiness. He's searching for the map to hope. Leave Me Alone, a song about giving up his fears, about how his entire life he's just ignored everybody, ignored his fears, but now he finally has to give them up. Change, a song about him changing. My Stress, all the stress that's about him. Nate, a really sad song about him going back in time. Time, which is a love song. Still really good. And then, like I said, When I Grow Up, about him finally not being happy after he becomes a rapper. He literally says, am I the only one that has a loaded gun with bullets in them and I shoot myself with them? Something like that, with Thoughts and Memories. Hate Myself? Okay, I lied. There's 4 songs I teared up on. He played Hate Myself in person at the Hope Tour. Oh my god. I was not expecting that. Literally came out of nowhere. When I went to go see him in person for the Search Tour, I don't think he played Hate Myself. Maybe he did actually, and I just am forgetting that. But when I saw him the second time for the Hope Tour, and Hate Myself came out of nowhere, oh my god, I was fighting demons listening to that, trying not to cry upstage and in person. Oh my, biggest battle of my life there. Just trying not to tear up listening to Hate Myself live in person. Absolutely ridiculous. No Excuses banger, Option banger, Why banger, Trauma banger. Banger album. Phenomenal album. 14 out of 18 songs are phenomenal. I don't think he's ever going to be able to top this, unfortunately. I wish he does. If there's someone out there that could, it would be him. But even NF's talked about how he doesn't have that many albums left in him. He's now a family man. We'll have to see what happens. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. you agree with my list, let me know down below. If there's some songs that I really like that you don't think that are that good, or vice versa, let me know. I want to see some fan engagement here from fellow NF fans or fellow CM Freeze fans. Let me know what you think. And if you had no clue who this guy is and you're watching this video for the first time, please check out some of his music. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Like I said, he has a very niche market, but I love the guy. I hope you do too. And if you don't, that's totally fine. Everyone's their own person. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.